This case considered the issue of covenants in leases, and whether or not a term preventing a landlord from doing things that would substantially interfere with the lessee's use of the property could be implied into a lease. In this case, a company leased a shop on the first floor of a building. The lease contained clauses relating to the access and quiet enjoyment. The owner of the building sold the building to a development company who had purchased the adjoining property and had plans for the development of the two sites. This involved the removal of a goods lift that was used by the company to transport its goods to their shop, and the removal of the car park. This would have meant that the company would have been forced to use the passenger lift, which was much smaller. The company that had leased the shop sought an injunction to avoid the disruption and inconvenience of the development to its business operations. They argued that the development would interfere with their quiet enjoyment of the property, and that therefore the development would amount to a derogation from the grant of their lease. In addition, they argued that carrying their goods in the passenger lift would have been unsuitable. Furthermore, they argued that the removal of the car park reduced the level of security required for them to transport large amounts of cash. They argued that these were implied terms in the contract, that the lessor would not remove the lift, or car park, or foyer of the building, which would substantially interfere with the company's business. The central issue for the court was whether or not these terms were to be implied into the lease contract. The court ultimately